Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. We are live, it says. Our podcasting platform got an update, and we might be being streamed somewhere.
Listen, no editing today.
What if there was just some like TV at some bar in Abu Dhabi that was showing our podcast right now?
You know?
We're live.
Abu Dhabi, of all places.
That's the first, literally the first place.
What if?
No idea why Abu Dhabi popped in there. Episode 96.
96. How was your every other weekend?
Every other weekend.
New name.
I like it. Well, how are you? First
Doing
and
good.
foremost. Doing good.
Doing
good.
How about you?
Loving the sun. It's supposed to be 85 tomorrow.
Oh my gosh. I love that so much. I am getting a little irritated that for some reason the weekends are refusing to be as nice as the weekdays.
Yesterday was beautiful, no?
Yesterday was nice, but like 85 on a Tuesday?
Yeah, that's the worst day for it to be 85.
Give me that on a Saturday.
I agree, yeah.
Because
it's coming.
And the predicted weather for next weekend?
No, not great.
Rain. Guys.
It's funny.
Feels personal.
Been going to a lot of weddings lately, as you know, including my own wedding and then all these other weddings. Every single wedding I've been to, of the last like 7, have had weather concerns and weather issues.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Like I have a wedding next weekend I'm going to, and it's supposed to rain that day.
Where
is
it at?
It's an outdoor wedding somewhere.
Yeah.
And they're like figuring out a backup plan. The wedding I just went to in California last week there was like fires the week before that were super concerning. The day of, there was rain in the forecast.
Oh my gosh.
And another outdoor wedding in California of all places. Like it's the one day in like a 10-day forecast where it's like gonna rain.
Yep.
And it did rain for like 2 minutes right as we were starting dinner.
Oh.
So everyone's like kind of freaking out.
Because you're outside.
We're totally outside. And thankfully, it was literally only 2 minutes.
Okay.
But it felt like it was going to be a downpour.
Oh, bummer.
But it's just weird. Every wedding is having these weather issues.
It rained on my wedding day.
Did it?
Yeah.
Love it.
And the day before was beautiful blue sky, like so perfect. And we knew that there was potential rain in the forecast. And so everybody was like, we should probably get a tent, some sort of covering. And I was like, no, look how great it is. Thank goodness we had a tent and umbrellas because we were in North Carolina. Okay. So it's like thunderstorm, monsoon, summer storms. Yeah.
It was so funny. Our wedding weekend, like the day after, like the Sunday of our wedding weekend,
the best
glorious,
day. We were
beautiful, amazing.
Out by the pool lounging.
The whole forecast after that was just gorgeous. Yeah, just like they say, it's good luck to rain on your wedding day, but
well, look at us.
I think that's just what
married.
I think that's just what they tell people to make them feel better. Cool.
Okay.
Well, 2 weekends to catch up on.
Including Memorial Day.
I don't really know how to do how exactly do mine because I was gone for 10 days.
I know.
I kind of it was kind of weekend centric. So we can do 2 weekends ago than last weekend.
Okay.
If that works.
Or what we could do is,
What do you think?
Like I give my whole weekend update and then you go through yours because instead of going Friday, Saturday.
No, that's fine. Let's do 2 weekends ago first. You do your whole thing.
My whole weekend.
Whole weekend.
Got it.
Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah.
We're aligned. Same page.
We are.
Okay.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I'm starting.
Okay.
Ready, set, episode 96. Friday. I went on a walk. Can you believe, first of all, guys, June is here.
It's here.
Our walking challenge is done.
It's done. And I have some questions about how we're going to determine the winner.
Me too. Actually, I wanted to chat with you about that. I haven't messaged my group this morning because I'm going to sit down and talk with Austin about how to get this figured out. Can I just say it was so consuming, so time consuming to get. I actually don't know because what's your average on a normal day-to-day, not in a monthly challenge of steps?
It's anywhere from like 13 to 15,000.
Unreal. It's unbelievable. I'm like, I actually don't know how you do it because I feel like I missed a lot of things because I was walking so much. Not really, but I walked so much. Anyways,
I think it's so ingrained into my life now that I go on a walk every single day. It's just like, I don't know. It's just habit. It is really just habit at this point.
Literally for me to get over 12,000 steps, I was walking like 6 miles a day.
Oh, wow.
How are you walking 6 miles every day?
I'm not walking 6 miles every day. An average mile for me is 2,500 steps. So I'm
walking 1 mile?
1 mile. So for me, 10,000 steps is 4 miles. But if I play pickleball for
that tracks.
That gets a lot of steps. Normally, like just going about my day, like I went yesterday. I did a 2 mile walk. I did a 1 mile walk with Stevie, and then I did a 1 mile walk later in the day.
Yeah.
So 2 miles. That's 5,000 steps.
Okay.
I got my other 5,000 steps just doing my normal walking throughout the day, which was like I had a final walkthrough. I had a couple things with just like an active day. So anyways,
okay. Friday. Huh, where are we? I went on a walk at Chambers.
You went on a walk.
That's how it started.
Long story short.
And you're going to hear me say I went on a walk so many times these next couple weekends.
Can't wait.
Anyways, Chambers Bay walk, group of ladies, really nice, enjoyable, beautiful day. I don't really remember what happened that day after that, but that evening we went to dinner with they're not like new friends, but people we haven't hung out with before. We went to the new Wooden City. Have you been to the new location on Broadway? It's so cool.
Is it cooler than the previous?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's just fun. I couldn't remember. I hadn't been to Wooden City as a whole in a long time.
Yeah.
But it was great. We had really good food and drinks, and then they had little kids at home with a sitter that they wanted to get home to. And so after dinner, Chad and I went to a little bottle shop called the Buried Bottle.
Okay.
A little bit. What do you call it when you're like your expectations are high? Underwhelmed. Thank you. Because previously I had been on Broadway and I had seen this wooden sign that was like the Buried Bottle, and it made it sound like it was a speakeasy, like hidden wine bar.
Yeah.
It was like, come and find us. And I'm like, that's calling my name. A hidden wine bar sounds so fun. So I was all excited to find it. Have you ever been there? Have you heard of this? It felt like I went into like an office building and they turned one of the suites into a wine bar. Like it didn't feel like, I mean, and the guy was so nice. I guess him and his wife run this little bottle shop. So Chad and I had a glass of wine there together, but it was just funny. It was like, there was like weird 90s, like rap music on, but then there was like this like dubbed martial arts movie in the back. I don't know. It was just like the things that we were like having around us. It was just a funny environment.
Yeah.
So anyways, that was Chad and I. We played some cards and had a glass of wine and finished our date night there.
Love it.
So
can I say I'm already noticing a trend in your weekend?
Wine and walks?
No, that you went to Wooden City.
Yes.
You said there was a wooden sign for this bottle shop.
Yes.
You walked in the woods at Chambers Bay.
Correct.
I know I'm foreshadowing. I know you went to Woodinville that weekend, right? A lot of wooden things going on.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
What do you think that means?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Taylor Swift. Love that song. Okay, am I telling you my Saturday too? Just going through the whole weekend. Here we go.
Weekend.
Okay, so yes, foreshadowing. I went to Woodinville.
Woodinville.
I went to Wooden Cityville. So Saturday morning, woke up, went for a walk, obviously.
Okay.
Packed up. We didn't leave our house till around 1 that day. I'm trying to remember. Piper was at a sleepover. Allie was around. No. Huh? Did we host people? Oh, no, we hosted girls. Okay, that's what I forgot. Sorry. I'm going to do that so many times. Oh, I forgot. It's going to come to me. Friday night, Allie had a handful of friends over.
Okay.
Piper was at a different friend's house for a sleepover. So anyways, Chad and I were cracking up because we got home from our date night on Friday night and we were, we're just like, it's the end of the week. We've had our glass of wine. We've had food. We're ready to go to bed. And these girls decide it's karaoke time. And it is, gosh. And they're not like soft spoken. They are very confident of their singing abilities. Wow. And they let you know it. So, yes, they did karaoke out on the deck.
Oh, wow. No neighbor complaints there?
No, and we did say, by 10 p.m. it's noise ordinance. We got to shut it down a little bit. But
quiet hours.
Yes. So that was Friday night. I forgot we came home and there was still some activity going on. And then Saturday morning, we were getting breakfast ready for them. We went on a walk. We walked to Harbor Greens to get food for Woodinville. That's what we did. You'll also hear that more than once, as we do. Came back from Harbor Greens, started packing, went to Woodinville. Our first stop was Novelty Hill.
Yep.
It's like Chinook Novelty Hill. It's like a combo. Have you ever been to that one?
Been there, yep.
I love it.
Good one.
Kind of a funny thing that happened as our waitress came and brought us a flight. She brought us a flight with a charcuterie board, and as she goes to put the tray down, the flight tips and all the wine spills into the charcuterie board.
Oh my gosh.
And so we're like, oh shoot, accident, right? So she leaves the flight, which is all half empty now, and she leaves the charcuterie board, and we're all she was kind of soaking it up a little bit, but then she leaves it and we're all kind of like, wait, she's coming back, right? Like she didn't say, I'll be right back. I'm so sorry. I'll replace all of this. And so we're all kind of like, to be sure, she's coming back with a new flight and a new charcuterie board. Well, she brings the new charcuterie board. but doesn't ever bring another flight.
Oh.
And then avoids our table for the rest of the time and sends it. And I'm not kidding you. Like literally every little jar of wine tipped and half of it spilled on that board. It was weird.
That is very
odd. And then like, yeah, I was just, and then the fact that she never came back the rest of the time is always somebody else. And like, I don't know. Anyways, whatever. Still lovely place. We're super fun. So it was me and Chad, Kelly and Chris, Shannon and Peter, just the three couples. After that place, we went over to, it's like the Hollywood
Tavern.
Yep. And that was lovely. I felt so old because I ended up opting to go get like coffee and everybody else was like still drinking wine. But it was, afternoon. We had already had like a day. And
Did you get a Grounds?
Yes.
Coffee. Nice.
Is there any other option?
There's a new Farine bakery by the Somme.
Yes.
But the Grounds is the main coffee shop. And I really like their coffee.
Yes. And we went to Farine, is that how you say it?
I don't know.
On Sunday for brunch. So anyways, the outside at the Hollywood Tavern was so nice. There's live music. Yeah. We're all sitting in the grass. And everybody got like the girls got a bottle of rosé or something, and the guys had a bottle of red. So we were sipping on some more wine. And then we went to our Airbnb. And we kind of unpacked, relaxed. We love playing games with those groups. We did go on a little walk as well in the afternoon. We were right on the river in Bothell.
Cool.
So kind of a funny little, like, I don't know. We were just in this little like suburb neighborhood of Bothell.
Were you like in downtown Bothell or what part?
Please don't ask questions about areas I don't know.
Were you near restaurants and things?
No.
Okay.
I was by the river.
By the river. Well, the downtown Bothell's on the river.
Okay. It felt very like residential.
Okay. Trying to think of where. You should show me the address.
Okay.
Because I know Bothell very well. I was in Bothell yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That it was a funny house. Like you could tell, and I can say this because I'm Japanese, but you could tell it was owned by like an Asian family of some sort. And her name was like Limping or something like that in the listing. But it was like
that was the giveaway.
It was that helped. Her picture was an Asian woman. But no, like
something's telling me
things are adding up. No, but it was like the decor was so funny. Like just like, the cheesy house signs, that are like what was it? On Friday, I like my espresso in a martini. Cheesy house things. Yeah.
She went to Home Goods and she got the first 3 signs.
Like Betty Boop, fearless signs. Like we were just, and then like just the it was great. We loved it. Had a blast. Very entertained. So anyways, that evening we played some games together. We played Taboo. There's another game called Blockbuster. I don't know if we played that one that night. But then we cooked dinner, and then that evening we did a little fire pit thing. Cool. And hung out and just chatted. I think we were up past midnight just chatting, and it was just fun. It was nice to be with our friends, and
love it.
And our favorite thing is like having dinner and playing games with them and just hanging out without kids.
Yeah,
so nice. So anyways, that was Saturday. Sunday, the whole reason we went to Woodinville was because there was a concert Sunday night at Chateau Ste. Michelle. But started Sunday morning with brunch, a place called Cava Azul, I think.
Okay.
And so that was yummy. It was kind of funny because Kelly and Chris were the ones that talked about this restaurant, and they were like, oh my gosh, we had the best eggs Benedict there. It's so good. So we're getting there, and as we pull in, they're like, this isn't it. And I'm like, well, this is what the directions say. This is where the link you shared took us to. And she's like, no, it was over in this area. So then we drive back kind of towards that Hollywood Tavern area.
Okay.
She's like, it was here. And we like go into the shopping center. It was like nothing remotely close to it. So we go back to the place that we originally started. Ended up having brunch there. It was not the place they were thinking. I think the place they thought of had closed down or something. So it's just funny that we were all excited and they had shared this menu, and it was like, turns out the place doesn't exist. Still good. After that, we went to, I think it's Mark Ryan Winery.
Yep.
Sat outside. Sunday was beautiful, like such nice weather, sitting outside in the sun. We were just in heaven. Every once in a while, I'd get up and like do a couple laps just to get some steps in. And then we went back to the house for a little bit and relaxed for a while, played Taboo again, and then got ready for the concert. And then the concert was really fun. It was Yellow Card was the band.
Yep.
Plain White Tees and Newfound Glory opened for them.
Oh wow. Plain White Tees open for Yellow Card.
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know.
I love Plain White Tees.
Yeah. They were great. Newfound Glory was so funny because he'd talk in his like regular voice, and then he'd go to sing and he'd have this like super nasally emo voice from like 20 years ago that he's like still trying to sound just
that
like
is
that.
really funny.
Like, okay, sorry. But it was a great concert. We saw Trevor and his wife Jordan.
Oh, cool.
They were there. And yeah, have you done a concert at Chateau Saint Michelle?
Just one. Okay. I want to do more. They're awesome.
It's so fun. Like it's just such a great ambiance. You could tell the emo bands were like not used to performing in that type of crowd. Yeah. Like one guy would be like, "What's up, winery?" Like he didn't even know where he was. It's just, you know how usually they're like, "What's up, Seattle?" or whatever. He's like, "What's up, winery?"
That's actually funny.
Like, hey. But no, it was great. And then got back. Everybody crashed by the time I got home. We were all tired. And then Sunday woke up, pretty much just lounged, packed up, cleaned the Airbnb, and everybody dispersed.
Is this Monday?
This was Monday morning.
Memorial Day?
Monday morning. Chad and I went to that bakery for breakfast. It was delicious.
I have not been there yet. It just opened like a month ago.
Oh, okay. I was thinking you guys maybe had gone.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't open when we went to the song.
Oh my gosh, highly recommend. Such good pastries. They had like a basket of pastries I saw people get, and I was like, next time I'm getting that. It had a really nice croissant breakfast sandwich, and Chad had this delicious avo toast, good coffee. And then we took our coffees and we walked around Woodinville, got some steps in, and then it started to rain.
Oh man.
So headed home after that, grabbed the girls. And I think the rest of that day we probably just prepped for the week to come, groceries and laundry and all that stuff.
Nice.
So
isn't Woodinville great?
I love it.
I think there's a very good chance we will live in Woodinville someday.
I mean, I wouldn't see why you wouldn't. It's like, and it's growing. There's so many fun things happening. It's walkable.
There's the river. There's a lot of trails everywhere.
Yes.
I love Woodinville. The only challenge is it's kind of a little bit hard to get to. Like there's not really a freeway. Well,
it feels like it's coming though.
It's hopefully coming,
because like there was construction around where we were, and I was like, this feels like there's going to be traffic.
I've heard that people who like have to commute into the city for work, there's kind of only like if you're in that wine area, there's kind of like a 1-lane road to get out, and apparently that gets like crazy backed up during rush hour. So. Okay, but I love Woodinville so much.
There is that whole shopping center that like is coming that I'm super excited to see.
I hope that does well. Like I hope it, because it's a lot of commercial space, and it's like pretty prime real estate, so I'm sure it'll be expensive. So I'm hoping that they like fill it with some good spots.
And there's not like, you really don't shop there. There's at least from my experience there, it's food and drinks, but there's not like actual boutiques and little storefronts and things. So I think that'll be cool. Do really well. Yeah.
Especially with the hotel there now. It's a great area.
That was my Memorial Day weekend.
Love it. Okay, so we did a 10-day road trip in California. Just got back on Saturday.
Okay, I was really hoping it was a road trip.
Yes.
And that you had to sit in the car for a long time.
A lot of car time. Okay. Wait, why were you hoping we had
because of your steps challenge?
Oh, that's funny. Yes, a lot of car time. I still did get a lot of steps. Spoiler alert. So we decided like kind of end of last year, early this year, not to do like an official honeymoon this year.
Okay.
Just because we don't have time. Like there's so many family, friend obligations, weddings, trips we already had planned. So we're like, we don't really have time for a honeymoon. Let's just make our other trips we're already doing a little bit longer and a little bit better.
Yep.
And let's like splurge a little bit.
Yeah.
So we decided we were already going to California for this wedding a few days ago. And so like, let's just make this an extended trip. We did both work most of the trip. I think we only took one real day off, which was like the Friday of Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we worked mornings and
it's
stuff.
So great that you can do that.
Yeah, it was great.
Love it.
We probably worked more than we would have liked to, just because we both had a lot happening last week.
Yeah.
But it was totally great. So we started in Yosemite. We flew to Fresno, which we looked. That was what the hotel that was the airport that the hotel recommended we fly into.
So did you just leave your car at Yosemite? What'd you do?
We rented a car from Fresno Airport and had it for the whole trip, and then dropped it off at Burbank when we flew out.
Okay. So you didn't have your which car did you drive? Oh, you flew from here to Fresno.
Flew to
Is that what you're
Fresno.
saying? I'm sorry. I thought you drove the whole way.
No.
Okay.
No, we flew to Fresno and then
Got
did a
it.
California road trip from Fresno, ending in Burbank.
I see. Okay,
Yes.
tracking with you.
So yeah, Yosemite, we stayed at a hotel called Auto Camp, which
Mhm.
has been on my list for like, I swear, 5+ years. I've always wanted to stay here. You stay in an Airstream camper.
Right.
The hotel has like 80 Airstream campers all over the
crazy.
property.
Yeah.
It's very much like very upscale glamping.
Okay.
It feels like you're on a campsite. Like every single Airstream has its own campfire set up, and you're like in the woods, back to our wood theme today. It's so cool.
Sorry, is there plumbing in Airstreams?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, these, I don't know if all have them,
Okay.
but they've decked these out pretty nice. Like
Nice.
there's a great bedroom, they have a whole kitchen set up, a little like couch area,
Okay.
and then a full bathroom with a really decent sized shower for a
So
camper.
fun. Okay.
And then the lodge at the hotel is like beautiful. There's just very well designed. Like everything is aesthetically very pleasing to look at.
Yeah.
Everything's kind of set around this like man-made lake that they've built.
Oh.
One of the nights there was like live music in the lobby.
How cool.
And all the doors are open. It's just very, very quaint, like very cool.
I don't think this was there when I went to Yosemite.
When did you go?
Well, I was born in 1982. I was there as a child. So in the like 90s.
Okay. I don't know when it started.
Late 80s, early 90s.
I bet they've opened in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
It was so cool. There's auto camps kind of all over the country, always near national parks.
Okay.
So I definitely want to stay at others because it was such a cool experience.
Yeah.
We made our own pizzas one night. That was like one of the experiences they sold. You could they would deliver a little pizza oven to your Airstream, and then you bought like a pizza kit from them with like the crust and everything, and that was an experience. It was not the best pizza, but I think that was our fault. Yeah, such a fun time at the hotel. And then we only went into Yosemite National Park one day, that Friday, and we did, which is just beautiful, like so picturesque everywhere you look. We did a 9-mile hike, which was Mist Trail. Okay. I don't know if you did that one as a kid.
For sure.
The cool thing, so you hike up to one waterfall and then you hike up to the next waterfall. Yeah. When you're hiking up to the first waterfall, which is like Vernal Falls or something, you're like literally the waterfall's here. You're hiking like right next to it.
Yeah.
So there's so much mist and water coming off of it.
No, I remember.
And you're getting like drenched as you're hiking up this thing, but and there's like rainbows everywhere. Yeah. It's so pretty. It was such a cool hike. Ended up doing like 9 miles total on this hike, and it was strenuous. Yeah. And it was hard, but it was great.
Well done.
Amazing hike. So we flew into Fresno on Wednesday, and we checked out of that hotel on Saturday.
Okay.
On Saturday, we drove from Yosemite area, which is like Mariposa was the nearby town, to San Luis Obispo.
Yeah.
Which
slow, as people call it.
As slow. Yep. You've been to slow?
Yes.
Loved it. Loved it so much.
It's been a long time. One of my best friends growing up went to the university there, and Santa Barbara is not far.
Yep.
And so I would go up and visit her, and sometimes we'd just, on the way down to Santa Barbara, we'd stop and get lunch there. So it's been a hot minute, like early 2000s since I was there.
Yeah.
But I remember thinking it's so cool.
It was one of my favorite like downtowns I've ever been in.
Yeah.
I just love like a main street downtown that like everything's nice and it's like coffee shops, restaurants, stores. There's the Mission right there. Yep. So it's very, very cool walkable downtown area. Yeah. All the alleys have string lights. Like it's just there's like a little riverfront trail you can walk along. Just really, really charming. So love that. We were at Hotel San Luis Obispo.
Nice.
Which was also nice. First day on Saturday, we basically just explored downtown. There's a place that our friends recommended called Sycamore Mineral Hot Springs or Hot Springs Hotel or something.
Okay.
So that was, we looked that morning for reservation, and the only time we could do it was like at 10:15 for this reservation.
Okay.
So we're like, we got some time to kill. So
it's literal hot springs, like a natural hot tub.
It's not natural. No.
Okay.
I thought it was, but it's not.
Turns out.
So we had like the full day to kind of kill time, just explore. We decided to go watch the sunset.
Aww,
so we went to Trader Joe's and bought a bunch of like kind of picnic supplies.
Fun. Yeah.
And we decided probably like 45 minutes before the sunset was going to happen that we were going to do this. It was kind of like last minute.
Oh, okay.
And I Googled like best place to watch the sunset in slow. We went and got snacks, and then it said to take this road to a viewpoint.
Yeah.
So we go to this road. I don't remember what it's called. And we start driving, and we're on this road for at least 20 minutes. Okay. And it's just this winding, super narrow road.
We're really hoping this is right.
Really hoping we're going to get to the sunset at some point. Because it's all under tree covers. Okay. We can't really see. And we're like, we really hope. And it was getting dark pretty quickly. Yeah. So we're like, we really hope when we get to the top of this that there's actually a sunset. Yes. And it was beautiful. We got to the top, and it was so, like, the hills. You could see the water in the distance. Gosh. It was one of the coolest sunsets I've ever had. That's awesome. We like backed up our car, opened up the back, and like sat in like the style. Yeah, a little tailgated with all of our Trader Joe's supplies, popped some champagne. It was so fun.
Love it.
And then from there, we still had time to kill, so we went to, I think, Avila Beach is near Slow, or Avila maybe. Yep. Avila. We got dinner there, got some drinks, and then we made our way to the Sycamore Mineral Springs Resort. So basically it's like this hotel and spa, but they've created it's like on a hill. So they've created all these little private like spa hot tub areas. Okay. And you can basically rent one out for like an hour and a half. So you basically go up all these different staircases and you go up to your little like private enclosed hot tub area under like a tree canopy. It was very cool. It was I've never seen anything like it. Yeah. It was like your own little private spa for like an hour and a half.
That's so fun.
Yeah, that was cool. Very fun. We got into a little fight there, but that's okay.
You know what?
It kind of affected the night a little bit, but I'll take the blame for that one.
That's so real.
I'll take the blame. It's so annoying when you're like in such a picturesque, amazing moment and just like something happens and then escalates and you're like, oh my gosh. And then at the end we're like, why did we just waste 30, 40 minutes of this nice experience arguing over something stupid? So anyway, that happened. And then we went back to our hotel, called it a night. And then we had one more day in Slow. So we kind of just did more exploring, hanging out on that Sunday. And then I don't really remember. Oh, we went to Pismo Beach.
Oh, yeah.
That day.
Yes.
Which was cool, but so packed because it was Memorial Day weekend. Sure. It was insane everywhere.
Pismo Beach is definitely, for me, growing up, that was a weekend destination my family and I would do often.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely a good family vibe. For not having kids. It wasn't quite for us.
I hear you.
It was crazy. It was insane. We did get some great cinnamon rolls in Pismo Beach. Yeah. There was like a famous cinnamon roll place that we went to. That was great. That night for dinner, we went to a restaurant called Nate's on Marsh, which is kind of a upscale, I think maybe a Michelin star restaurant in Slow. Okay. Really, really good. We got some great pastas and breads and deliciousness. That was Saturday. I don't remember. I don't even know what day.
It's all
Sunday maybe.
Together.
That was Slow. So we had an amazing time. Okay. And then from Slow on Monday, on Memorial Day, we drove from Slow to Paso Robles. Yeah. Which, have you been there?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that where the wedding was?
No, it's not where the wedding was. Yeah. So Paso Robles, it was like 30 minutes north of Slow, I think. I basically like found this hotel partnership. So we paid for our first two hotels. This third hotel, I had reached out to a bunch of hotels, and this one agreed to do like a collaboration with us. So kind of organized the schedule around that hotel.
Yeah, sure.
Really cool. Like it was called River Lodge. It was like kind of motel that they converted into a really cool, like upscale, like really cool boutique hotel vibe with a big, huge pool in the middle and like a pool bar in the room. Everything was very, very well done. Yeah. So I've been excited I still need to post that video, but it was great. Very fun. We did in Paso Robles, so that's like the wine country. Yeah. They were told us that after Napa Valley, Paso Robles is like the second biggest wine area in California.
You'll start seeing, like, if you look at wine bottles, I feel like here we see the Willamette Valley or whatever, and Napa, Paso Robles, I feel like up there.
Our flight home on Alaska, one of the wines said Paso Robles on it. Yeah. So it's definitely becoming a lot bigger. What we didn't expect was that the wine tasting would be so expensive. Oh. So we went to Booker Winery, which is like one of the more popular ones there. How much do you expect to pay for a tasting at a winery?
Well, when we were in Woodinville, it averaged from like 35 to upwards of 60 per flight.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
I feel like it's gotten a lot more expensive in the last few years. Because
Yeah.
I feel like I used to be able to get a wine, like a tasting, for like $10 to $15.
Oh,
And I'm not that old, but like
Yeah.
even like 5-6 years ago when I started wine tasting, I feel like it was so much cheaper.
yeah.
But it was $120 for 2 tastings.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty pricey.
I know. And then they're like, but if you buy a bottle,
Yeah, if you buy 3 bottles was their thing. If you buy 3
okay.
bottles, then
And
you're
how
tasting
much were bottles?
$100 minimum per bottle.
Minimum?
Yeah, it was
So
expensive.
$300
Yeah.
for free flights? That's too much.
I agree, but it was a beautiful winery. It was.
And how was the wine?
It was good. It was great.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. We walked up and it was like 30 minutes before it closed.
Yeah.
And we didn't have a reservation,
Oh,
which apparently you're supposed to have a reservation for some of these places.
they do.
And the guy,
They appreciate that.
he really like wavered back and forth as to whether or not they'd let us in.
Yeah.
And he like talked to the other 2 girls that work in there. He's like, I don't know, like, what do you think? Do you think we could squeeze them in? And
It's
we're like,
so funny.
we're like, we promise we're very efficient. Like, we'll be quick.
Yeah.
And then we started wine, and then they finally, okay, we're like, okay, we can get you in.
Yeah.
We started wine tasting. He's so lackadaisical and slow.
That's so funny.
And like, we're ready for the next one.
Yeah. You got to get out of here, bud.
And he was so long-winded too, like
Yeah.
every wine, which is great. Like, I appreciated the
Yeah.
context for each wine, but he was it was just like so sweet. It was like an hour plus tasting.
Funny.
But it was fun.
You know, that's my like dream retirement job.
A
Is
winery.
working at a winery and
Yeah.
being, because most wineries, they're open from 11 to 5,
Yep.
great hours.
Yep.
And your whole job is to just like explain where the grapes are from
Yeah.
and
And you can
schmooze
just
with
make stuff
people.
up and people won't even know.
Totally. Yeah. I learned a new one. The gal at one of them, she said, this one's anchored by something. And I love that.
Anchored.
It's anchored by a cherry note, if you will.
I love that. Anchored is a great verb. One last thing, Paso Robles, we were walking down the street, kind of exploring the downtown area.
Okay.
And we ran into the groom for the wedding that we were going to 2 days later. He just so happened to be driving through Paso Robles on his drive down to the wedding
funny.
venue, and him and his dog Kiwi were just like walking down the street,
Kiwi?
and we're like, Bernardo. It was just it was such a weird coincidence.
First of all, those names in that sentence, I'm loving it.
Kiwi and Bernardo.
Kiwi? Bernardo? Is that you? Like, I've never known someone with that name.
Really? That's a great name. He goes by Bernie.
Cute.
And then I guess one last thing in Paso Robles, we got the best pizza of our trip. We ate so much pizza. We were like looking for some great pizza on this trip.
Yeah.
And the best pizza was in Paso Robles. I think it was called Donna's Pizza.
Okay.
Oh my God, it was so good.
Better than
Incredible.
what you guys made?
So much better. Times a million. Maybe some of the best pizza I've ever had. So if you
Wow.
find yourself in Paso Robles,
What's the
Don-
style? What can
it
we,
was just like
New York style, thin crust,
not thin
thick
crust, just medium crust.
medium, right in the
I
middle.
don't know pizza styles. It wasn't Detroit. It was just a normal pizza pie
Okay.
with it was like we did jalapeno, pineapple,
You would.
pepperoni.
Yeah.
So good. Oh no, we didn't. It was no pineapple. It was pepperoni, jalapenos, and hot honey, and we added ricotta cheese to it.
Whoa.
Which, because another pizza item had
Yeah.
ricotta on it. Oh my God, I'll show you a picture too. That
Okay.
we have a lot of homework after this. It was so good.
Also, I was thinking how often when we're chatting on here and we'll say, I'll show you after.
I know.
We never actually do.
I was also thinking about that when I was listening back to a previous
Yes.
episode.
I never showed him.
We never do that. We need to
So
remember
funny.
to show
Yeah.
each other stuff afterwards. I want to look at where you stayed in Bothell, and I want to show you the
Okay.
pizza
Yes.
picture.
Yes.
Okay. I'll finish out that weekend. So Monday, hold on. We're kind of into the next couple days.
Yeah.
Basically,
That's fine.
Monday we checked. Monday we checked into Paso Robles. Wednesday we were driving from Paso Robles to Thousand Oaks.
Yep.
Like Simi Valley
Yes.
area for
Yeah.
the wedding.
Okay.
And we basically we stopped for the whole day in Santa Barbara just to
Oh, fun.
work from a few different coffee shops.
Yeah.
So we're like, we have to pass through Santa Barbara
Might
anyway.
as well.
We have to work anyway. So like, let's just add one more
Yeah.
town to our little trip here.
Okay.
So Brian unfortunately didn't really get to experience Santa Barbara because he was literally heads down working the whole time.
Oh, man.
I was able to like do some work for my phone and go on a nice long
Can I ask
walk.
which coffee shop you guys went to?
Dart, I think.
Oh, okay.
Do you know Dart?
I don't know Dart. I know Handlebar.
I walked by Handlebar.
Okay.
Yep. I love Santa Barbara.
I know.
It's so great.
I know.
I think on our previous trip maybe said that I was underwhelmed.
Well, you said it was a sleepy town, and so for you guys, it didn't feel like there was a lot to do. I remember you saying that.
I think the issue I had before was that it was so hyped up for me
Okay.
by everybody in my life. Like my grandpa is obsessed with Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
Like I've so many people in my life who had told me that like it's the best place in the world,
Yeah.
and I
a lot of
had
pressure.
such high expectations, and I was like, it didn't quite meet those
Sure.
expectations.
Yeah.
But It's an amazing place.
Maybe it'll be a slow burn. Like it'll grow
No, I
on you
love
the
it.
more you go.
I do love it.
Yeah.
When we were there on Wednesday, I was like, I love Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
Like I get it. I
Okay.
get the appeal.
Okay.
I think I went into it with unrealistic expectations the
Yeah.
first time.
Yeah.
And it's a great city.
Awesome.
Love it. Okay, so yeah, that was that previous weekend.
Okay.
Sort of. And then some.
To be continued.
To be TBD.
Okay.
TBC.
My most recent weekend, not super exciting, I'm going to be honest. Chad was on call Friday and Saturday, but I will say that, so for parents of school-age children, they refer to May as Maycember because so much happens in May.
Yeah.
And it's just like I was telling somebody, so last Thursday, Allie had a tennis banquet at 5 to 6:30.
Okay.
She was supposed to have cheer practice from 6 to 8. There was an event for Piper from 6 to 8 at the school. There was also an event for parents from 6:30 to 8 in the student center. So there's 4 things happening in one night.
That's insane.
And it's all from the school. It's all like whatever. There was awards chapel one day for Piper, awards chapel for Allie another day. There is all the things. So anyways, I'm saying all that to say, by the time Friday rolled around, I was ready to just like chill and do nothing.
Yeah.
And so I was also feeling, I like wrote down that I was like super tired that day. I was feeling really tired and I was like, I have to work out. I need to walk. And so just pushing myself, I think Friday weather-wise was a little bit cooler. So just pushing myself to keep moving. Ended up going down to my parents' house and bringing them lunch. I don't know if you've heard, but Panera Bread is doing salad stuffers.
Stuffers?
They take a loaf of bread and they carve out the middle and they stuff it with salad.
Oh my gosh.
And you eat the bread and the salad at the same time.
So it's like a bread bowl for soup, but for salad instead.
Correct.
Wow. Revolutionary.
Not going to lie. I didn't hate it.
That sounds great. You know what sounds similar to? Mod Pizza will do a pizza salad.
Yes.
So it'll make you like a little pizza base with the salad on top.
But this is so convenient because you can hold it.
Right.
Because the Mod one, it's like, how do you
eat it?
Falling off.
Yeah. That sounds great.
All that to say, they have also a treadmill at their house. I was kind of like, I'm bringing you lunch, but also can I use your treadmill? Because it's cold and wet outside and I need to walk. So visited them for a little bit. And then picked up the girls from school. Pipes had a sleepover that night at a friend's house. So we brought Allie home. And that evening, I think we walked to Harbor Greens with her. She got gyoza, as she does, from the pho restaurant.
Yeah.
Chad and I already had steaks at home, but we wanted to get a side. And so we got some of that.
You already had some nice steaks at home?
Yeah. From Harbor Greens. But it's been fun. It's like we really enjoy this is one nice thing, and Chad even actually sent me this little Instagram video about walks, and just there is something really therapeutic about walking with another person and the conversations that come up. And it is more than just like a physical benefit. There's like an emotional, mental benefit that we're finding. And so and with Allie, and Pipes did this with me too, like because us 3 girls were together one night when Chad was out of town, and they'll start asking like, would you rather questions.
Nice.
And so it's just one of those things. And then, but those are always fun because then it starts, you get like, well, why would you choose that? And then you start talking about it. So anyways, that was kind of fun with her. We just got some special time, hanging out with her.
It's always interesting when you kind of run out of normal things to talk about. Like you don't have anything like anything you actually need to talk about. So you just kind of come up with stuff to talk about, and it's kind of fun, the rabbit hole you can get down.
Well, and Chad and I have like, there's been some walks where we're just completely silent, and it's I'm here to get my steps in, but I have nothing to say right now.
Yes.
And I think we did a movie that evening with Allie. Nothing special. It was kind of cute. This is so random, but so we're saying goodnight to Allie, and we're like, okay. She was getting up, and I was like, bedtime. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to go lay down. And so I'm okay, good night. And like, as I say bedtime, Stella gets up, leaves the living room and goes into our room. Like she knows the word bedtime.
Yeah.
And is like, we weren't talking to her, but she just heard it and was like, I'm going to take myself to bed. It was so cute. Speaking of Stella, Saturday, she had a grooming appointment. So that was great.
Love it.
Loving that.
She's smelling good.
Smelling good until she comes home, and turns out we got a new sprinkler system, and she goes through the sprinklers. So now she's like a wet dog smell.
No.
Well, the reason I got her groomed was because the other day I went for a walk and I left her at home. The pool was uncovered. she's never done this, but I come back from my walk. She's soaking wet.
Oh my gosh.
I go out on the deck and I can tell there's puddles on all over the deck. The couch cushions are knocked over. Like she got the zoomies out there.
Oh my gosh.
And we don't have a camera on our deck. We now bought one, but I was like, she took herself swimming. Either she fell in.
Yeah.
Or she took herself swimming. Well, I also captured her yesterday standing on the step of the pool. Just her 4 paws on the one step. That's it. Then she climbed out. So she's getting into water, essentially.
Nice.
I don't know if that's nice. I'm like, I don't want dog hair in my pool and her to smell like a wet dog. It's gross. Anyways, okay, Saturday. Chad and I went for a walk in the morning, and then we had, it was really, to me, it was like, this is such a great day. Stella's getting a bath, and we're getting our house cleaned. It's like these 2 things are my favorite. So we were trying to stay out of the house. Piper had a volleyball game, which we won. It was our last game of the season.
Nice.
So now we're going to playoffs. I don't know what that looks like, but that was super fun. After the volleyball game, we went to Ruston. They were doing a Tacoma pop-up flea market. Have you been to that public market at Ruston in a while?
I saw some videos of the flea market. It looks cool.
Okay. It was really cool. I will say that little public market area, to me, I'm like, somebody's got to figure something out here because it is such great real estate. Again, you've got this beautiful area, and there's times I'll go there and it is crickets, and I'm like, this is so much empty space. Like, what are we doing here? So it was
great potential.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially in our climate. I'm like, we should all be in here.
Yeah.
When it's raining, you know? So it was really nice because it was packed. There was a bunch of pop-up flea market consignment places. There is this almost like a indoor little farmer's market stand. And he has amazing sandwiches. He's got his own little deli set up there. So we got sandwiches from him. We got like fresh fruit from there. Allie went to the little taco stand there and got tacos for her lunch. And it was awesome. We just walked around, had food, had coffee, and then we left that area, and Chad and I walked up and down the waterfront to get some steps in.
Nice.
And then that was Saturday. By the time we got home, we relaxed for a little bit. And then this is when I was like, what did I do for dinner Saturday night? Carrie and Blue invited us over for dinner that night. So we went to their house and had dinner. And again, such a nice evening, just hung out in their backyard and chatted. And the girls played volleyball and trampoline. And it was great. So that was Saturday. I'll wrap it up with Sunday. Nothing too exciting. Chad and I went from our house. There is Titlow Beach is down on 6th Ave, not far. So we walked down, did a loop around the waterway there and came back. And then went to church. I was in the nursery. Chad and I went to Chambers Bay, the golf course, for brunch, just the 2 of us. And another kind of funny waiter situation. Like, they took forever to take our order, and then it took a really long time to bring our food. And then Chad had ordered a burger with sweet potato fries, and they set it down, and it is clearly not sweet potato fries. But instead of being like, oh, I ordered sweet potato fries, he goes, is this sweet potato fries? Like, as if it's not obvious. And you're like, I was like, oh yeah, that doesn't look. And then mine came, and it was like, I had ordered a croissant breakfast sandwich, and it came on a different type of bread, but I was like, it's fine.
You said, is this a croissant?
Is this a croissant? Turns out the guy, so he's like, oh, that's not sweet potato fries. He's like, I'll be back. I'll get you some. So he comes back, brings sweet potato fries, and goes, so what happened was I knew you guys were waiting for a minute. And so I saw this on the counter. I just grabbed it. He's like, that's actually a gluten-free bun. That's not even what you ordered. So it was a gluten-free bun. It was regular fries.
What?
We were like, and he said it in a way, it was like he was trying to do us a favor by like, get us something because we were waiting for long. But we were like, well, we would have rather had what we ordered.
That's bizarre.
He was like, but your stomach's not going to hurt. I was like, okay.
Huh.
And he did give us a little $5 off our bill or whatever. But we were just like, this is so weird. Yeah. Anyways, that restaurant has such a beautiful setting. I wish it was better service and
Me
food.
too.
Have you been there?
Yes.
Okay.
Same experience.
Well, that's what's so funny. I had messaged Shannon and Kelly, and I was like, you guys, we got to come here for happy hour. And Shannon was like, if only they could get their service and food up to par. I was like, oh yeah. So apparently that's the thing there. Anyways, after that, we did a couple errands and then went home. I still feeling sleepy this weekend, so I like laid down for a little bit. That afternoon we went and saw a new movie called The Breadwinner with Nate Bargatze.
Okay.
He's one of our favorite comedians, and he's in a new family-friendly movie. And we went out to Gig Harbor for that. That was fun. And then walked around that little shopping center where that mall or where that theater is, and then came home, went for another walk because this was our final day.
Nice.
So I was trying to get as many steps in as I could after sitting at a movie for 2 hours. And then Chad and I ended our day just snuggling on the deck. We were having a glass of wine and started a movie out there, and I just fell asleep, and
Love it.
it was really nice. Yeah.
Love those nights.
I know. Anyways, it's my weekend.
I unfortunately had a really busy last few days, so I did not get that many steps the last few. I mean, I got my 10,000, but like barely 10,000.
Oh,
I did
okay.
not. Yeah, so that was not. I was hoping to like have one day where I hit like 30,000 or something to give us a better shot. But
what's the highest you've done in one day?
Over 30,000 one day in my life for this month.
No, just this month.
The day I did the Yosemite hike was over 30,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't get beyond 18. Ron consistently was 20,000 on average.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't.
That's crazy.
It is wild.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what my average is for the whole month. But.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. It was so Wednesday. We went from Paso Robles to Thousand Oaks.
Okay.
We checked into the hotel for the wedding.
Yep.
They had kind of a welcome cocktail thing at the hotel, which was nice.
Sorry, because you said that word welcome. When you go wine tasting, have you been greeted with a welcome wine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's kind of funny. So at the last wine tasting we did, they said, he said everybody who comes here gets the welcome wine, but then it was also the first wine on the sheet for like the tasting that we were doing. So it's like everybody gets it, but it's also considered the first one of the taste. It was just kind of funny.
Yeah. Anyway. I feel like that's a newer thing. I don't remember getting that before. And they did that everywhere we went. There was like a little, here's a little welcome wine. And we were laughing about like, this is now we expect this anywhere we go.
It's like chips and salsa at a Mexican restaurant.
100%. Okay.
So we got to this hotel. Before that welcome event, we went to a nice restaurant.
Okay.
We found like a little man-made lake that they had built in Westlake Village, I think is what it's called. Mm-hmm. And there's a cool restaurant like right on the water.
Fun.
It was beautiful. Lovely. That was Wednesday. Thursday was the wedding day. So we both worked most of that morning and then got in and out before the wedding. Nice. Or like got a carb load a little bit.
Yes.
And then the wedding, I think, was at 4 p.m. or something.
On a Thursday.
Interesting. The venue was incredible.
Yeah.
And so beautiful. It was like, I love when venues are designed in a way where you kind of like move throughout the space, the different areas, like as you're doing your different parts of the wedding and the reception and everything.
Yeah.
It was a very, very emotional wedding.
Aww.
Like I feel like at every wedding I go to, like I cry a little bit. Everybody was crying, like a lot of this wedding.
Wow.
Because for a few different reasons, but the bride Nika, her dad passed away a few years ago, so that was very emotional.
Yes.
Her mom, she's Russian.
Okay.
Her mom was not able to come to the wedding because she's in Russia. So neither of her parents were there. So her aunt and uncle were kind of representing them. And then I'm even emotional. I was talking about this, but like when she walked down the aisle, it was this like grand staircase, like so beautiful.
Yeah.
She and everybody else enters from a different area. So only the bride entered down the staircase. She like kind of shows up at the top and it's just like this, it's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
And she manages to work. She's wearing a dress that is long. So it's like going over her, she's wearing high heels and she's walking down the staircase.
No, my nightmare.
So everybody's like nervous and anxious that she's going to fall, but it was just so beautiful. And then Bernardo, the groom, ended up like at the bottom of the stairs walking her down the aisle instead of her dad. It was so
okay.
Yeah. It was beautiful.
Sweet.
Very cool. And then during the reception, during the dinner, somebody like read a letter that the mom had written because the mom couldn't be there. It was just so many like emotional moments and like, it was just a really, really beautiful wedding.
Yeah.
Okay. Amazing dance floor as well. Fun. We danced for, I feel like most weddings we go to, like there's a point where you like take a break and you like go sit down for a while. That was not the case with this dance floor. Like everybody was pretty much on the dance floor the whole time, which was very fun.
How do you know this couple?
College friends.
Okay. Fun.
Yeah. It was a great wedding. Cool. That night we stayed up until like 2 a.m. chatting with new friends in the hotel lobby. I think the wedding ended at 10 and we went back to the hotel and just like we're hanging out with people in the lobby and just chit-chatted until like 2. That was fun.
Yeah.
The groom was in a grad program, like getting his MBA in Pittsburgh recently. And a lot of his MBA friends were at this wedding.
Oh, fun.
It was he also just graduated from this program.
Okay.
So all the NBA friends, there are probably like 15 of them, maybe 20. This was all the last time they were going to see each other, like all together. So that was also very emotional. Like literally throughout the night, everybody's like saying goodbye. Aww. And these are all people they've been like with the last 2 years. And so they're all, and it was as the outsiders in this situation, Brian and Chad and myself and Brandon were all like, it just kind of, we felt like we were like intruding on their like big moment they were having, but it was like a really big, a big emotion night all around.
Yeah. Oh, special.
So that was Thursday, and then Friday there was like a farewell breakfast thing for the wedding, and then we flew out. We were flying out Saturday, so we made the most of that day and went to hang out with Brian's family that lives in LA. Mm-hmm. So we drove to see them. We got in and out again 2 days in a row. Obviously. So good. And we basically just hung out at their house that night.
Nice.
We were going to go back to the hotel to stay at the hotel that night. Yeah. But it was like an hour to get from the hotel to their house. So we're like, let's just stay at their house. Yeah. So we packed up, we stayed at their house that night. Super nice. A lot, just like, we don't get to see that part of the family very often. Yeah. We haven't seen them since Thanksgiving. So just good time with the 2 nephews and 1 niece. Let's see. That was Friday. Sorry, I'm like losing track.
You're like, what day am I?
Saturday, because we were with them, we ended up going to Tutu, which is Brian's sister-in-law's grandma. She was turning 91, so we went to her 91st birthday brunch thing, which was amazing. Very fun. And then we went to Mariner, which is one of the nephews, his baseball game. Okay. So we really were just like very much there for the day. Yes. And then we flew out that evening, I think at like 5 p.m. We flew out from Burbank back to Seattle. I think in 10 days, we stayed in 5 different beds. So we were moving around a lot. I feel like we did so much in that trip. We got home kind of late Saturday night, and then Brian's grandma's not doing well. Oh, she's in the hospital. Sorry. And so we actually left Brian's brother for our 5 p.m. flight on Saturday, and then he flew in 2 hours later. Oh, wow. So Brian ended up picking him up from the airport. Yeah. So that was kind of funny that like we had just seen him in California, and now he's here with you again in Washington. Wow. So yeah, that's been hard the last couple days. Yesterday I had a final walkthrough for a house I'm closing on today. Oh, exciting. In Ballard. And then I went up to Bothell to kind of be with all them, and we did dinner with the family. Yeah. And then went to the hospital, and it was hard. Yeah. Very sad. And she's 95, 96, I think. Yeah. And she's lived an amazing long life. Totally. So please pray for her. Yes. There's always chance of recovery, so keep in your prayers. But that was the weekend. That was the 2 weekends. Crazy trip.
Busy life.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah. It's nap time.
Yes. One last thing I want to share is my June challenge.
Yes.
Is to lose 10 pounds.
Okay. I saw this. Yes.
Yeah. So that's a lot.
And what is our tactic? What's the plan?
I'm tracking all my food.
Okay.
That's for me, it's diet. That's 100%. Like I'm very active. I could not be more active than I already am. So diet is the number one thing. Yeah. I feel like I always like just try to like gut test it. Like, like I feel like I know when I'm eating healthy versus not. Okay. But that hasn't been working for me lately. And I feel like I've just like stayed around. Like I have not lost weight when I thought I should have lost weight. Okay. And I really think that comes down to like me thinking certain things I'm eating are less calorie dense than they are. Okay. So it's really, losing weight is very much it's about being in a calorie deficit. Yeah. That's it. So I just have not been in a calorie deficit. So I'm going to track everything I eat. I'm going to be active, high protein.
Yeah. Well, it's wild because I feel like you burn so many calories.
I do burn a lot of calories.
That I'm like,
and there's also the thing like
that you could eat whatever you wanted and it wouldn't actually matter.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't hate how I look right now. I weigh more than I've ever weighed. And it's like, summer's around the corner and I'd love to lose a few pounds.
Do you have one of those things that also measures your is it your body fat versus like your muscle, like because you've also been doing a lot more working out and muscle is heavy.
Totally. I don't have that, but I also just visibly I have love handles. Like I would love to like lean out a bit. Okay. Like I know that there's a few pounds of fat that I can lose there. Hopefully 10. So, but I do know like my I hovered, I mean, I'll share my numbers. I hover like in the 160 to 165 range for forever. Like that was my weight probably for the last like 5 years. And I weigh like 185 right now. So I weigh 20 pounds more than that.
Yeah.
And I have put on muscle the last few months.
Yeah.
But not that much. So I think I put on muscle and I've also put on fat the last few months. So my goal is to keep the muscle, burn some fat. And yeah, it's gonna be great.
Tracking. Yeah.
So I'd love to get down. So I'm at 185-ish. I'd love to get down below 175.
Okay.
And see how I feel about where I'm at.
2.5 pounds a week, give or take.
And I'm tracking everything on MyFitnessPal, and it said that 2 pounds a week is kind of like what is reasonable at a high level.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping I can surpass that a little bit.
Yeah.
If I get it, what do they say? Shoot for the moon. If you land among the stars, whatever.
100%.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, that was the last 2 weekends.
Okay.
Anything else?
I can't even think now. No, that was great. Where are we at?
54 minutes.
Okay, friends.
Thanks everybody for listening along.
Yeah. 96 episodes, and we're getting it down to an hour for 2 weekends.
That's true.
I feel like that's great.
That's not bad.
Thanks, friends.
Thanks, friends. Have a great week.
Bye.
Goodbye.